Dear one, stop for a moment. Your heart may have brought you here for a reason. This message is not about fear, pressure, or chasing a promise from the world. It is a reminder that sometimes God places a whisper in front of you at the exact moment you need encouragement. You may have been carrying worries that nobody sees, silent battles that you never speak about, and questions that have been waiting for an answer. But today, remember this: your worth is not measured by money, possessions, or what others say about you. The greatest blessings often begin in places nobody notices, inside your faith, your patience, your kindness, and your courage. If your spirit feels tired, receive this message as a moment of peace. God sees the unseen parts of your journey, and every step you take with faith has meaning. There are moments when the world tries to convince you that everything depends on one opportunity, one message, one deadline, or one sudden change. But divine wisdom teaches something deeper. True blessings are not built on panic. They grow through trust, preparation, and a heart willing to listen. Imagine a voice of hope reminding you, do not be afraid. You are not forgotten. The greatest breakthroughs often arrive quietly, through a new perspective, a restored relationship, a renewed sense of purpose, or the strength to keep going when life feels heavy. Like a light appearing after a long night, hope can enter when you least expect it. The door God opens for you will not require you to lose your peace to find it. Walk forward with faith, not fear. If this message brings comfort to your heart, share it with someone who may need a reminder that they are loved and not alone. Write Amen in the comments as a symbol of your faith and gratitude, and allow this moment to become a small light in someone else's day. Many people search for signs because they long to know they are on the right path. They look for messages, numbers, moments, and unexpected reminders. But sometimes the greatest sign is the strength you discover within yourself after every challenge. God's voice is not one of confusion and desperation. It is a voice of peace, wisdom, and love. When you feel overwhelmed, remember that your journey is still unfolding. A difficult season does not mean your story is finished. A closed door does not mean every door is closed. There may be lessons growing beneath the surface that you cannot yet see. Stay faithful in the small things, because small steps taken with a sincere heart can lead to transformations beyond what you imagined. You may have heard many messages promising instant changes, sudden rewards, or guaranteed outcomes. But true spiritual encouragement does not need to manipulate your emotions. God's blessings are not a trick, and faith is not a transaction. Love is freely given. Grace is freely offered. Your relationship with God is not based on whether you clicked a message at the right second or repeated the perfect words. It is built through trust, compassion, forgiveness, and the choices you make every day. Even when you feel behind, remember that you are still moving forward. The seed does not become a tree overnight, yet its growth is already happening beneath the soil. Your unseen progress matters. If you believe that patience, faith, and hope still have power in this world, tap like and subscribe for more messages that bring encouragement and peace. Leave a comment sharing one thing you are grateful for today, because gratitude can remind others that they are not walking alone. There is a powerful lesson hidden in every season of life. What looks like a delay may actually be preparation. What feels like silence may be a moment where you are being strengthened. The greatest miracles are not always dramatic events. Sometimes they are quiet changes inside your heart. A person who once felt hopeless finds courage. Someone who carried anger discovers forgiveness. Someone who thought they were finished finds a new beginning. These are the moments where transformation happens. The divine path is not always the easiest path, but it can be the one that shapes you into someone stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. Today, imagine God speaking gently to your heart. I know your struggles. I know the tears you wiped away when nobody was watching. I know the prayers you whispered when you felt uncertain. Keep walking. You do not need to compare your journey to someone else's. Another person's timeline is not your timeline. Your purpose is not canceled because life did not unfold exactly as you planned. Sometimes the greatest chapters begin after the pages you thought were the end. The world may tell you that success is only about what you gain, but divine wisdom reminds you that who you become matters even more. A heart filled with love, a mind filled with peace, and a life filled with kindness are treasures that cannot be measured. Do not allow fear-based messages to control your decisions. Choose wisdom. Choose patience. Choose faith. If an opportunity comes into your life, approach it with understanding and prayer. If a challenge appears, face it with courage and trust that you can grow through it. If this message touched your soul, share it with a friend or family member who needs encouragement today. Comment, I choose faith, if you want to declare that hope is stronger than fear, and let your words inspire another person reading this. There is a quiet strength inside every person who continues to believe after disappointment. That strength is a reminder that your story still has chapters waiting to be written. You may not see the full picture today, but God sees beyond what your eyes can see. The path ahead may have unexpected turns, but every experience can shape your character. The people you help, the kindness you show, and the love you give can become blessings that travel further than you know. Never forget, you are not defined by what you lost, what you lacked, or what others failed to recognize. You are defined by the love you carry and the faith you protect. The greatest treasures are often invisible: peace in your heart, wisdom in your choices, and hope during difficult times. So when you see messages that create fear and urgency, remember to return to what is true. God's love does not need to threaten you to reach you. May your mind find clarity, your heart find peace, and your days ahead be filled with renewed strength. May you recognize the blessings already present and walk into the future with courage. There is another truth your heart needs to remember today. Your life is not an accident. Every moment you have survived, every challenge you have faced, and every tear you have wiped away has shaped the person you are becoming. Sometimes people only see the outside of your journey, but God sees the hidden battles, the private prayers, and the strength it took for you to keep moving. You may have felt forgotten, but silence does not mean absence. Many things grow quietly before they become visible. A seed remains beneath the earth before anyone sees the flower. In the same way, your faith, your character, and your future may be developing in ways you cannot yet recognize. Do not let temporary struggles convince you that your purpose has disappeared. There is still goodness ahead. There is still love waiting to be experienced. There are still moments of joy that have not arrived yet. Sometimes your greatest blessing is not something added to your life, but something awakened within you. A new level of patience, a deeper understanding, a stronger ability to forgive. The world often teaches people to chase only what can be counted, but the soul understands that some of the most valuable gifts cannot be held in your hands. Peace cannot be purchased. Hope cannot be measured. A loving heart cannot be replaced by temporary success. If you have been waiting for a sign that you should continue, let this be your reminder. Keep going. Not because everything is easy, but because your story is still unfolding. The chapters ahead may contain lessons, opportunities, and moments that surprise you. Trust the process. Trust the growth. Trust that every sincere step toward goodness matters. If this message feels like a reminder your heart needed today, share it with someone who may be silently struggling. Leave Amen in the comments as a symbol of faith, and subscribe for more messages created to bring hope, encouragement, and peace into your day. There are times when people feel pressure from the world around them. They hear voices telling them they are behind, that they missed their chance, or that their value depends on what they achieve. But divine wisdom speaks differently. Your worth existed before your accomplishments. You were valuable before anyone noticed your efforts. You were loved before you reached any goal. Never allow fear to become the voice guiding your decisions. A fearful heart rushes, but a peaceful heart listens. When you are faced with choices, seek wisdom. When you face uncertainty, seek patience. When you experience hardship, seek strength. A meaningful life is not built in one dramatic moment. It is built through thousands of small choices made with love and integrity. There may have been moments when you prayed for change and wondered why nothing happened immediately. But growth often takes place in ways that are invisible. The roots of a tree deepen before the branches reach the sky. The foundation of a house is built before anyone admires the structure. Your preparation may be happening during seasons when you feel unnoticed. Do not underestimate the value of those quiet seasons. They may be teaching you compassion, resilience, and wisdom. The difficulties you face today may become the very experiences that allow you to encourage someone else tomorrow. God can use your journey not only to strengthen you, but also to help you become a source of kindness for others. If you believe that hope can survive even the hardest seasons, press like and share this message with someone who needs encouragement. Write "I trust the journey" in the comments and remind another person that they are not walking through life alone. The human heart has an incredible ability to heal from disappointment. Even after loss, there can be renewal. Even after confusion, there can be clarity. Even after a painful chapter, there can be a new beginning. Do not define your entire future by one difficult moment. A storm may be powerful, but it does not last forever. The sky changes. The seasons change. Life continues to move forward. Sometimes the answer you are searching for is not a sudden miracle outside of you, but a transformation happening within you. A calmer mind, a wiser spirit, a heart that chooses love even after experiencing pain. Remember this message: you do not need to live in fear of missing what is meant for you. Walk with awareness, but also with peace. True blessings are not built on panic. They are received with gratitude, responsibility, and an open heart. What is meant to bring goodness into your life will not require you to abandon wisdom or kindness. The journey of faith is not about having every answer today. It is about continuing to walk, even when you only see the next step. Many people want to know the entire path before they begin, but sometimes clarity arrives after action. Sometimes courage appears after you take the first step. You may not know exactly how everything will work out, but you can choose your attitude, your actions, and your response. You can choose kindness when others choose anger. You can choose patience when others choose impatience. You can choose hope when circumstances tell you to give up. There is a quiet power in a person who refuses to let disappointment steal their compassion. That person becomes a light for others. Your kindness today could be the encouragement someone else has been praying for. Your words could bring comfort. Your actions could remind another person that goodness still exists. Never think your small acts of love are meaningless. The smallest candle can still brighten a dark room. If this message brought a moment of peace to your heart, share it with someone who needs strength today. Comment, "Peace is with me," if you want to spread a message of calm and faith to everyone reading this. Sometimes life will place you in situations where you have to choose between fear and trust. Fear will tell you to panic, to compare yourself, and to believe you are running out of time. Trust will remind you to stay grounded and move with wisdom. You are not required to understand every part of your journey before you continue. A traveler does not need to see the entire road to take the next step. A person does not need to know every answer before learning and growing. Be careful of messages that create anxiety and make you believe your future depends on a single moment. Faith is not built on fear. God's love is not a countdown. Your purpose is not controlled by pressure. Real transformation comes through honesty, patience, and a willingness to become better each day. You are allowed to grow slowly. You are allowed to learn. You are allowed to begin again. Your past may contain mistakes, but your future still contains possibilities. The person you are becoming matters. Every lesson, every challenge, and every moment of reflection can shape you into someone stronger. The world may measure success by attention and possessions, but heaven looks at the heart. A compassionate spirit, a forgiving soul, and a life that helps others carry a beauty that cannot be taken away. Today, receive this reminder: you are seen. Your efforts matter. Your prayers matter. Your kindness matters. Even if nobody celebrates your progress, every positive step has value. Continue becoming the person you were created to be. Continue choosing love. Continue choosing faith. Continue choosing hope. If you feel this message carries a blessing of encouragement, share it with your loved ones and let this message reach someone who may need comfort. Type Amen if you are choosing faith over fear today, and subscribe for more uplifting messages of hope and spiritual reflection. The future is not something you have to fear. It is something you can approach with courage, wisdom, and an open heart. Each sunrise is a reminder that new beginnings are possible. Each day offers another chance to show kindness, repair what is broken, and move closer to the person you want to become. You may not control every circumstance, but you can control the love you give and the faith you carry. There are blessings hidden in ordinary moments, a conversation that brings comfort, a friend who listens, a moment of peace after a difficult day, or the strength to continue when you thought you could not. Do not overlook these gifts. Sometimes the most powerful miracles are the quiet ones happening around you every day. May your heart remain strong. May your mind find peace. May your path be guided by wisdom instead of fear. And may you always remember that hope can return even after the longest night.